Welcome back, gamers. Today we're diving into a nostalgic blast from the past, with a new title that merges one of the most beloved character franchises of the 90s with retro gaming aesthetics. Today I'll be reviewing Rugrats Adventure in Gameland, and whether you grew up watching the antics of Tommy, Chucky, and the gang, or you're just a retro enthusiast, this title promises to hit all the right notes. But did it deliver, or is it just strolling down memory lane with no real substance? First off, let's talk about the story. Just like the original Rugrats series, Rugrats Adventure in Gameland taps into the power of imagination. The plot revolves around the babies transforming their everyday surroundings into epic video game levels after seeing a commercial for a new Raptor video game. In typical Rugrats fashion, the mundane becomes magical. The attic, it's a haunted house. The kitchen fridge, well now it's a high-tech maze of cables and electricity spikes. And the sandbox, well it's now a treacherous desert filled with pitfalls, and these whimsical settings really capture the essence of the show. For the fans, it's like a walk down memory lane after seeing familiar environments but reimagined through the eyes of the Rugrats. However, you should know that the original voice cast isn't here, and instead, you're presented with just text. But one thing that this game does right is carrying the Rugrats charm, even without needing the original voiceovers. And when it comes to the gameplay itself, if you've ever played classic platformers from the NES and SNES era, you'll feel right at home here. The game features 4 playable characters, Tommy Pickles, Chucky Finster, and the twins Phil and Lil, and each character has their own unique abilities, which bring a strategic element to how you approach different parts of the game. Tommy, the courageous leader, feels the most like your traditional platforming hero. Think Mario, with solid all-around abilities. And Lil, on the other hand, can float briefly, very much like Princess Peach, allowing for more control over the jumps. Chucky, the nervous but lovable sidekick, has a longer jumping arc, akin to Luigi, perfect for reaching far-out platforms. And Phil's, well he got a higher jump, which can be useful in navigating certain obstacles. The variety here is a nice touch and adds layers of exploration. And speaking of exploration, each level has 2 key objectives: collecting Raptor coins scattered through it, and finding a screwdriver that unlocks the door to the boss fight. The stages themselves are well designed, balancing exploration with platforming challenges. You'll often find yourself switching between the different Rugrat characters to make the most of their abilities. And it's not just about beating the enemies, it's about thinking how you can use each baby's strengths to uncover hidden areas and collectibles. And there's also a co-op mode, which allows you to team up with a friend to control multiple Rugrats at once. But the character switching mechanic in single player can feel a bit clunky, as you'll have to pause the game to switch between characters, which disrupts the flow of the gameplay. For me, a quick swap button would have been a more seamless option, but it's not a deal breaker, just a minor inconvenience. You can tell a lot of care has gone into making this game feel like an extension to the original show, and it really shows off in the art direction, as the visual art style here is spot on, nailing the look and feel of the cartoon. The color palette and the environments and even the character animations all feel authentic to the Rugrats universe. What really steals the show though is the game's ability to switch between modern HD graphics and an 8-bit mode. Just with the push of a button, you can transform the game into an NES-style platformer, complete with sprite flickering and retro chiptune music. This 8-bit mode isn't just a gimmick either, it's incredibly well done and feels like a genuine throwback to the old days of gaming, right down to the technical limitations of the hardware. It's a brilliant touch that adds a lot of replayability, as you can play the game once in HD mode and then go back through it in 8-bit for a completely different aesthetic experience. And the music is another highlight, featuring both modernized tunes and chiptune versions of the same soundtrack. And you can even mix and match the soundtrack, playing 8-bit music with the HD graphics or vice versa, depending on your preference. And while the game isn't the most complex platformer out there, it does provide a decent level of challenge, especially for those who enjoy exploration-based games, as the stages are designed to encourage you to really dig into every corner, looking for hidden pets and collectible Raptor coins. However, it is worth noting that the game doesn't bring anything particularly new to the table in terms of gameplay mechanics, as you'll see plenty of familiar platforming tropes here, from ground puns to head bops to defeat enemies, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, as it's better than overcomplicating things. And the game's boss battles offer a nice change of pace. Here you'll need to use the environment and character-specific abilities to take down some recognizable foes from the show. And while the battles won't blow your mind, they're satisfying enough and add some variety to the platforming gameplay. So, is this a game I can recommend to you? Well, if you're a fan of the original cartoon, then absolutely. The game does an excellent job of capturing the heart and humor of the show while delivering a competent and fun platforming experience. The 8-bit mode is an inspired touch that will especially appeal to retro gaming fans, and the HD presentation is as close as you can get to playing a Rugrats episode. That said, the game doesn't innovate much beyond what we've seen in classic platformers. If you're looking for deep, nuanced gameplay mechanics, you might not find it here, but if you want a light, charming adventure with just the right amount of nostalgia and challenge, then this is a game I can recommend to you. As the game for me is a 7 out of 10, and although it's not a game I can recommend to everyone, it's a game I can easily recommend to people with kids. If you've played the game, did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.